Everybody, it's me, Jen. Welcome to the Mama Diaries, where we're all about fun, food, faith, and from healthy mama on a budget. If you're a new subscriber, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. It's good to see you. So today we're going to talk a little bit about two things. Number one, THM without the scale, and number two, where I've been. So first of all, it's my birthday today. I am 34 years old, and I woke up and my scale said my weight was low. That meant the battery was low, right? Otherwise, I think the scale said it was low. So I'm actually going to not replace the battery for a while. I'm going to use my excuse that we've got the COVID-19 going on right now, and I can't make it to the Dollar Tree, so I'm not going to buy button batteries. By the way, for those of you guys who are on a budget looking for a little hack, we buy specialty, like we buy button batteries and stuff at the Dollar Tree. They, I think, are a two for $1 or one for $1, and they last just as long as the regular ones do. So we've had really good luck with the button batteries there. But I'm not going to buy any new batteries right now, and we're just going to see what happens. So I have been missing for a while, and it's time to do a quick personal update. Usually on this channel, I'll start THM and I'll fall off the wagon, and then I'll stop making videos. That's not really what happened this time. I haven't been 100% on plan, but we've had a lot going on, and so I figured I would just give you a little update. So I think 2 days after making my last video, I woke up with a stomach bug, and we found out later that was probably, I took the kids in for just a checkup, and they were sick at our well child visit, and the doctor said it was probably norovirus, and that norovirus was going around. So we had norovirus for about a week. Everybody was sick, everyone's throwing up, and even my husband got it, I got it, my son got it, the baby had it. It was really crummy. So we're all starting to turn the corner, right? And this would be probably March 6th or 7th. We're all starting to feel better, and we get a phone call from my family, my husband's family, that it's time to put my dad on hospice. My father-in-law had to go on hospice. He's 74. He had a 3-year battle with cancer, and the doctors were just getting to the point where they couldn't do anything for him anymore. And for those of you who don't know me very well, I used to work in healthcare, and I worked in healthcare for about 5 years. Some of that time I spent working with patients on hospice. So I do know a little bit about the death and dying process and how that works and everything. That's really my wheelhouse. And I don't know if I was too surprised, but they all got together and kind of broke the news to him. I don't know why he wasn't there in the doctor's office when the decision got made. Sorry, my hair is sticking straight up. I know we're not supposed to touch our hair right now, but I'm in my house. I'll go wash my hands after this. So that being said, I don't know exactly why he wasn't in the room when the decision was made, but they all got together, and we kind of had a family thing that evening after my husband got off work, and had a late supper, and took my husband and his mom and all the brothers and stuff, took him aside and said, hey, it's time for hospice, and that was pretty much that. Kind of anticlimactic, right? Well, we have a family get together, and so I always bring the kids pajamas because it's super late, and by the time we get back over, I can just put them in bed. And so it's 10:30 when we get home with the kids, and fortunately, the baby's asleep, and I put her down and everything. And then we all just go to bed and pass out. And we are awakened the next morning by the phone at just before 7, saying, hey, something's happened, and dad's in the hospital. And so we were all we all basically jumbled out of the house. We ran, I grabbed some stuff. I was just kind of okay, we'll probably spend the day in the hospital with the kids. What do we need? And so we got out the door probably in about just under an hour with 2 little kids. That's kind of a miracle, from wake up to out the door. And we don't know what happened. I don't know if he had a stroke or if he was just ready to go. But he was actively dying by that afternoon. And then he had passed away by 2 o'clock the next day. So after that, my husband took about a week off of work. We took some time off of school for my son, just to be at home with us. And we have the funeral the next Friday. And then that's kind of when all the craziness started happening with people going to the grocery store and buying everything, and there being no toilet paper and all that craziness. And then Saturday afternoon, we do like a quick celebration for my mom-in-law's birthday. And after that, I get a text message from the school, and they're like, no more school. And I was like, okay, this is happening. So there's just been, we've been adjusting to homeschooling, well, isolation schooling. There have been so many people who are like, homeschool and isolation school are different. I think this is a great time to get started homeschooling. My son is really flourishing academically doing this as opposed to public school. I was working with him for over an hour every night when he came home from kindergarten because he was, the kindergarten teacher was saying he was struggling. I think I think that it just wasn't, I don't know. I have a lot of opinions, and maybe that's another video. But yeah, so he's been really flourishing. He is, like in just a couple weeks, he's counting to 100, where he was only counting to 30 before and really struggling with the number transitions. He's starting to read. I did want to homeschool, and I know a lot of you Trim Healthy Mamas homeschool. But unfortunately my husband was just not interested. He said, look, I want him in public school. I had a good experience in public school. This is what we're going to do. And I was like, well, okay, fine. You're my husband. This is what we're doing. And I'm kind of thankful for the opportunity to do a little homeschool with him. And I hope we can continue, but we'll see. I think homeschool would be a different experience if we were allowed to leave the house and join a co-op or do some of the other options that are available to those who do school from home. Like I say, he has done really well based upon the things we were given to work on. So that's kind of where we're at right now. That's why we've been gone. I've been busy baking bread, and you can get bread and stuff now. Actually, our grocery store has things now, which is great. But you actually have to go in to get them. Like I don't know how to explain this. You can do a Walmart pickup order, but they won't give you any ground beef. You have to go in and get it. That's kind of how it works right now. But it's available. Most of the stores still don't have flour about 3 weeks later. And I've heard people are real short coming up with yeast. I actually did start a sourdough starter. So we'll probably talk about that in another video, because I know, again, sourdough is something you can do on THM and keep your budget and keep your diet. But I'm here to say, hey, here's what's been going on. I'm back. I don't know what kind of videos we're going to make from here, but I hope there will be some videos, because I miss being on plan all the time. I miss talking about it, and that's why we're here. So have a great day, guys. Bye.